And we're rolling, and here we are. We are back once again playing Baldur's Gate 3, and my name is Rose, and welcome back to my channel. We just dealt with finding out what's going on in the Grove, and we've just been tasked to find
I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us.
I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk.
All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Okay. Thanks.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
This is ridiculous.
Easy money.
Stamped handbill.
Yeah, right.
Oh, let's sort. There we go. Stamped handbill. Read. Adventurers wanted. Scuffed handbill stamped with an extravagant seal boldly proclaims, adventurers wanted for perilous and profitable quest. Master Lorcan, the arcanist of Alcatla, the recluse of Ramazith's tower, seeks brave and enterprising individuals to delve treacherous temple to recover storied artifact, the Night Song for preservation in Baldur's Gate. Only stout of heart and keen of mind need to apply. Fame, glory, and incredible fortune assured. It is nighttime where I am. Sleepy eyes. Oh, also... Oops. There we go. We're going to equip a few things. Let's see, armor class 14. Power, Absolute Bane. When hit with a weapon attack, possibly inflict -1d4 penalty to targets. Attack rolls and saving throws. Sleight of hand +1. dancing lights. Let's make the bed. Another armor, 11. Armor class. Was there anything special about his? No, there really wasn't. Throw that on my head. On my head, right there. Okay. Just a little something different to look at. And again, we'll sort through this and sell some stuff later. Alright. Tezetlor. Secluded chamber.
Of course.
Oh, no, talk to Zeppler.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear.
So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it?
Leaving the grove is the best option I can. Can we delay the ritual? Let's resist. Leaving the grove is the best option I can help.
It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. The Blade of Frontiers has done what he can to help us prepare for the journey, and we are grateful. But it'll be a short journey if the goblins still own the roads.
By the Triad, there is only one correct answer. Refuse him, and we sentence these people to die.
Kill the Goblin Horde's leaders. Kill the Goblin... Yeah, the Goblin Horde's leaders. I'll see what I can do.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you.
We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
Alright. Hunting for Karlach, but I'm not afraid. Actually. There we go. Simple robe. Simple robe. Oh, it's green. Yeah, I'll get down with the color scheme there. Let's see. Medium armor. There we are. There we go. Okay, so there's a couple things Gale can absorb if necessary. Okay. looking for
Conscience
Karlach.
aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
And I know just where to go looking.
Why does this keep happening? He was joking about octopus soup just a moment ago. Come on, Ricker. And now what? We dig a hole and be done with him? We could say a prayer.
I can't go for Bernath. I believe we gotta go this way. Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about having some kind of parasite that's gonna turn me into something in a little while in my head. I would not appreciate that. But apparently they do grant some form or other of power. Again, wouldn't know how I feel about that.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
Nothing else to sell.
Have you wondered what people will say when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They always disappoint.
Hi, boy. Why your feet are all bloody? Neil, you mean no harm. Shoot. Let's roll again. We got guidance. There we go. There we go.
The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively.
Hey.
Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse.
Oh. Take a closer look.
Around his neck is a collar etched with a name. Scratch. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head.
Come on, Scratch. Follow me.
The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog sniffs your hand, his tail swung low in understanding. He knows how to find you.
Alright. Now let's go over here.
You're an impressive fighter, Gale. You should consider a new name.
Take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or, how about the Master of the Weave?
Tempting. I think we might already have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
Let's get going. Never wanted the easy path. I should speak up.
Alright, found her. It wasn't too hard.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
You're the devil we've been hunting. Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Stand down, Will. You saw what we saw.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Oh, it's your story. Karlach's not a devil, and you know it.
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us.
Go on.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach. But you already knew that. And you are...
I'm Tavis.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Well, let's send them back to where they came from. If men also cooperate with me.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
Shadowheart? It's not helping that team up with you in the long term. Sounds like a great
I'd
plan.
hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. No room in your party. What should I do?
Take Shadowheart's place.
See you at camp then.
Excellent. Let's go.
Bill.
So, Will, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
Not so much a story as a pantomime. And I've played my part all too poorly.
What's that supposed to mean? Laid out plainly, Will.
Go on. We're listening.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming for your throat.
You're closer than you know. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll face my penance.
Hence, should I be
You're
worried?
not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Alright, Karlach. Slow you up, girl. She, I believe, is a barbarian. Gee, you can talk to animals. Your attunement with nature and its beasts inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. Berserker. Oh, I read that one. Wild magic. Magic awareness. Wild magic rage. Frenzy. Frenzied strike. Frenzied weapon. Accept. Like I said, I may have played this part before. You're free to take the strategy. I found it.
Cut it out. It's worse than Knowles out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
At ease, friend. You're welcome to rest here.
Thank you. And
Seek and you shall find me.
I'm gonna get you right
It shall be done.
there.
A hero at heart.
Well, gonna get you right
Keeping pace.
there.
What's the story?
Karlach.
All right.
Let's move.
Right here.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please.
Don't.
We just want to go home.
We want to go home. Insight. Oh, I forgot we have a +4 insight proficiency.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
That's a charade. I know who you really are.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlach, you're going home and pieces of needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Is that so? Yes. Go. And then we are going to poison.
I don't fancy their chances.
We'll do that as a level 2 spell because then we can do 1, 2. 1, 2. There. No longer have Hunter's Mark on me. Hellish Rebuke.
Eat it. Jimmy on the go.
This is my time. Finding my way.
Well, fuck me. Wrong thing to do. No, we're gonna go.
Time for some bloody work.
And show. Nah.
No gloom, all doom.
Ignis.
No word.
fleet of foot.
I'll strike you down.
May the dice roll in my favor. With haste.
Need to learn the hard way.
Fuck them. Fuck Zariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back.
Good for you, girl.
And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Easy, Karlach. Those flames are getting big.
Not big enough. Now get out before you get hurt. Now!
Let's just let her... Let's just let her run it out. Oh, wait a second.
Might be useful.
Don't worry, guys. We're going for a long rest after this. Silver Sail. Acquire a soul coin for your personal collection. No! Oh.
That ought to do it.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots.
Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
You should have melted a long time ago. Hot.
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
What does the engine allow you to do?
Burn, baby. As hot as I can tolerate. Makes me a beast in battle. Hardly remember what I was like before it. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him.
There are some tieflings held up in Druid's Grove nearby. We might look there.
Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Alright. Oh, wait a second. Oh, she had some scrolls on her. Scrappy vagabond clothes. Supply pack. Map. Casual sandals. Baguettes. Knapsack. 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 Refugee's been gone through already.
Let's have a look.
Trin. Anders has already been gone through.
Here we go.
Oh, Knowles.
At the ready.
There we go. Waypoint discovered.
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
Ah, dirt mound. Alright, I think we should head back to camp for a nice long rest. Yes. What's with everyone in the mid-drift? Holy smokes.
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Huh? Aren't you a luscious thing? God's damn devil. Get out of my camp. Just who in the nine hells are you?
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
Get to the point, devil. What do you want?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
There are important matters to discuss.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He's a good man. Maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Something's on my mind.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
We have truth in Devil's Pact. You're... Oops. May the Frontiers is explained to you. What to expect? She's a devil. Part of the paragon of honesty.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
You should get out of this
A
pact.
possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules.
Well, I mean,
That's
you
the
could.
only language devils listen to.
I mean, you could, though. Why obey her at all? What could she do that's worse than she already has?
She could kill me for one, and that's not the worst of it. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mazora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
Peter, if we put our worms together. Phrasing. I just fear what she'll do to us next.
I'm so sorry to give you another reason to sleep restlessly, but it's my burden to bear. She won't touch you unless there's something there for her to take. Don't give her so much as an inkling there might be.
Anything to share, Gale?
I can't help feeling Will got off lightly. The wrath of the Hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
The Blade of Frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The Blade's sting is real.
You sure a crush is the only path to our cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithist purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
What kind of wisdom is very valuable?
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers. Exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
Well, that was quick and easy. Last but not least, Shadowheart, and then we'll talk with Withers in the morning. We should go for a long rest before time runs out.
Something the matter?
No. Okay. I'll just go to bed in that case then. Oh, wonderful. Alright, it's a little bit early, but we'll just do the closing now. So the next few bits we're going to do, we are going to be doing some side quests. Oh, Scratch wants to talk to us. Just some side quest things. That, again, we're going to do that and it'll just be Patreon exclusives. If you want to see me do any of these side quest stuff, some of them are lots of fun, some of them are a little involved. But there'll be longer videos for sure. But if you want to see me do some side quest stuff and see what you can do for or how you want to do those differently, feel free to subscribe to my Patreon down below. Also, a subscription to my Patreon will also get you a shout out in the video, such as the one I'm going to give right now to Murdoch, my one and only patron, who has been following me at the $5 tier. Take a look down there to see what $5 gets you. Also, your support does not have to be financial. You can help me by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Just down below. The buttons are down below for your perusal. Even sharing the video too. I know a lot of people are really loving Baldur's Gate. I know it's been out for like more than a year now. But I'm very happy to be playing this finally and hope everyone likes my take on it. In the meantime, I'm going to bid you all good night. Have a good time. And until the next time, happy farming of some kind. I guess party farming? Who knows?
Matters to discuss.
Oh yes, we need to talk to Withers as well. All that in the next video on Patreon. The next video that you'll see on here will probably be the next part, which will be going after the goblins right away. So, thank you all so much, and we'll talk to you all soon.